republics are called a higher time preference for power, state, because they want to consume a whole lot more of the wealth of society on state activities, or statecraft, as I call it. And monarchy, whereas it's a much lower form of, because it's a much lower form of state government, because the monarch, the king or queen, physically owns, or privately owns the means of statecraft. They own the territory. They own the land, and they would they want to hand this thing down to their sons and daughters and their descendants, so they have an incentive kind of not to screw the pooch. It's like the family business. You want to hand the family business down to your kids. You don't want to.
Hey Andrew, can I interrupt real quick? So when you said that after Rome, basically like in Europe, they became monarchs, that was because, I mean, there's history that says that, hey, there was these generals and they had these armies and they said, hey, we can hold these territories, and then the lineages start from there. And I mean, that's kind of the way it worked out.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. You did have some kings who were elected by the local oligarchs, and you did have some election of kings, but that was a little more rare. But you did have it kind of both ways, where you basically had whoever the local warlord was, or the local general who had been stationed there. This is kind of like what happened in Great Britain, where you had the legends of King Arthur. He's basically a Roman legionnaire or something like that, or at least that's around the time. So, or perhaps his father Uther was. But that was the first one to the kings who kind of came before them were all basically Romans or warlords, and eventually they all consolidated into power through war or marriage or whatever, and then you got for like the next 1500 years you got basically monarchy. I'm not but really like 1400 years, because we kind of axed all the monarchs in the 19th and the 20th century. So
but these monarchs would have seen the republic that they had just come from and see it, they would have seen it been like destroyed over time. So they came to this naturally, like they said, oh, or is it just that it's always better to be a king and it just comes like, naturally to be like, hey, let's.
My boss isn't really returning my phone calls anymore, and because he's got his own problems. And you know what? I'm just going to keep my military here, because basically, when you the way Roman military worked is that the soldiers swore allegiance to the person, not to the Senate, and so basically that you would swear your allegiance to your general, and not to the republic. So,
oh really? I never heard of that. That's the way it was. So is that why too? Like, I don't know. I'm not like a real big history buff, but when I've seen some of these Roman documentaries and stuff like that, like that's why these when they would try to do civil wars or try to go back to take Rome or whatever. Yeah, all those soldiers, as long as you had money to pay them, right, or whatever. I mean, they rode with you, right? They're ride or die with you.
Yeah, pretty much. And they basically they swore their allegiance to you. So it's like I don't give a fuck what the Senate says. They can pass all the laws they want. I'm the one with the sword and spear and all that. So that sounds like that. If they want to enforce the law, it sounds like the Senate's problem. And so basically Rome had gotten sacked, and it was basically the barbarians had already set fire to Rome at this point, and the that the Roman Empire just had no power to really exert its will even beyond its capital city. So it's like, why am I going to listen to this guy? They can't even defend their own capital. Why am I going to take orders from them? I'm just going to set up a shop here and have a nice life. Bye.